This week, the United States started preparing for a nuclear war with North Korea. Don't worry about it. It's not happening yet. We're just on the verge of it. You can still enjoy this weekend and maybe even Monday and Tuesday. I admit, when I first heard that North Korea was developing ICBMs, I thought, this is great news. At least that's what my favourite T-shirt had led me to believe. But no! It turns out it's an intercontinental ballistic missile. Why is North Korea so mad at us? And why do we even have two Koreas to begin with?
After World War II, two superpowers divided the Korean peninsula along the 38th parallel. The Soviet Union occupied the north and the United States the south. This resulted in the creation of two separate states.
Yes, the US and the Soviets were like two parents splitting up a family. One kid was raised by Russia, the world's drunk divorced dad. That kid turned out all f***ed up. The other kid was raised by the mum, capitalist America. It's super dependent and it can't take care of itself, but it's also a lot more fun. Why can't you be more like him, North Korea? The only thing that he wants to destroy is some pussy. 3 years after the country is split, things get even worse.
June 25th, 1950. The Korean War started when the communist North Korean troops launched a surprise attack across the 38th parallel into South Korea. The U.S. and other nations soon joined the fight to push the communists back over that line. Now, despite a ceasefire in 1953, a peace deal has never been signed.
No peace treaty? You mean we just decided to stop fighting and go home? No wonder they're pissed at us. We f***ed them for 3 years, then totally ghosted them. Then we moved on to Vietnam. America's got a serious Asian fetish. When the Soviet Union fell, North Korea found itself out of luck, economically speaking. And like most kids who get cut off, North Korea started acting out. They got into some bad stuff, like nuclear weapons. And until now, no one was that worried. I mean, sure, if North Korea gets nukes, then South Korea is basically fuck Japan too. There's actually a long-standing racial tension between North Koreans and the Japanese. It's always weird when there's groups that don't like each other, but they look the same. It's like how there's tension between Australians and New Zealanders. Like, I know why, but you don't. But New Zealanders know what they f***ing done. But North Korean nuke hitting the United States, it's never going to happen, right?
North Korea now has missiles that could hit major U.S. cities. That's the warning where it's after the regime's latest test launch.
Analysts say a missile from North Korea could possibly strike anywhere from Los Angeles to Chicago and possibly beyond.
Can I vote for Beyond? Beyond's good. All of a sudden, our image of Kim Jong-un as this harmless little baby shaking his fist has got us all worried. Because now we have our own baby shaking his even tinier fists.
The United States, in a show of strength to North Korea, conducted a test of an intercontinental ballistic missile overnight.
What? Wait, why are we testing our missiles? Didn't we do that in the 80s? Don't we know how they work? Shouldn't we be testing Iron Man suits by now? We need Iron Man. Why are we fighting wars with regular man? So what happens if the worst happens?
A conflict in North Korea, John, would be probably the worst kind of fighting in most people's lifetimes. It would be a catastrophic war if this turns into combat, if we're not able to resolve this situation through diplomatic means.
He looks like he's had 2 strokes to even his face out. That's our Secretary of Defense, James Mad Dog Mattis. Listen, when a guy called Mad Dog tells you to chill out, chill the f*** out. Thank you, Mad Dog.